Welcome to episode number 1. This is Axe Pro Tips with Agent Zero. Welcome, I'm Agent Zero. We're taking a look at last week's tip-off tournament. Of course, the Raptors went 1-2. They were so incredibly close to making it out of their pool. We're diving into the plays, the sets they ran, talking to players and analysts, and hopefully getting a better understanding of the Raptors Uprising team as a whole. Joining me today is Yusuf Scarbs, the center of the Raptors Uprising. Played a fantastic first few games, hoping to carry on that performance moving on to the first week of the NBA 2K League season, and also Ogie, who's an analyst for the Toronto Raptors Uprising. So if we just dive into some of these plays, Yusuf was on a tear, and the Raptors saw it, and they immediately went back to him. It's as if in the first game against the Orlando Magic, they were absolutely abusing it down low with the rim protector. All right, so Kobe, you were killing it game 1. I have to know, you're in the paint, you're putting in a lot of work, and your teammates are doing a good job of spreading the floor and giving you the ball. What's going through your mind in that time?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, Agent, I was kind of excited, man. My teammates trusted me, giving me the ball in the paint, and I outworked that center on the other team.
Of course, anytime you see that performance, you just continue to go to what works, and it was Yusuf backing down another rim protector in the post and making all kinds of noise. So Ogie, you're going into game 1. It's an exciting moment. You guys are up and you're going up against the Orlando Magic. You're an analyst for the team. Is there any sort of advice or tips you gave the players going into the game?
You know, just play hard. You know, play defense. I really feel like we got the best defensive team when it comes to, you know, individuals. Our expectations for the season is, you know, to be strong on defense and focus on defense. And we know with defense, the offense will come. That's pretty much, you know, the biggest thing, especially for that first game. I thought that if the guys play defense, it was for sure W, you know, because offense comes easy.
Raptors Uprising were primarily running a 4-out pick and roll offense where they have 4 people on the outside of the 3-point line, and of course the one being the center, Yusuf in this case, running that pick and roll. That pick and roll developed in multiple ways throughout depending on what the defense brought. Sometimes it was a roll, Yusuf takes it to the hoop. Sometimes he fades to the mid-range with the rim protector, allowing Kenny to attack the hoop. And other times they were just magnets for what ended up being a kick to the corner so their shooters on the outside can make some of their shots. All right, so we're gonna take a look at some of your clips and really pin down some of the great moments.
Obviously, he's gonna be the one to facilitate. Yusuf, there's that one-on-one action again, and this time he's gonna get the and one. 4 on Marley.
That was really good on Yusuf's part. Just kind of forced him back under the rim, then came back out.
Yusuf, if you're going up against a rim protector and you absolutely obliterate him, pushing him all the way out the way and getting yourself a slam, talk to me about that. A rim protector, what goes into that?
2K is all about positioning, so I moved him out of the way. I made sure I got position on him, and I went up and I got the and one. And I told him, man, you can't guard me.
Is that what you said in the clip?
Yeah, he can't guard me, and I said, you, and you can't help him either.
Ogie, when it comes to the center archetypes, you guys landed on the rim protector, but talk to me about some of the other archetypes in the game and some of their potential advantages or disadvantages.
So, you know, there's a couple more archetypes that are really, you know, useful at the center position other than a pure rim. We're looking at the stretch slasher. It's a really good build for a pick and pop type of offense where they have to watch a drive, they have to watch the slip from the center. Another archetype that's really, you know, good, and we've seen some teams use it in a tournament, post-scoring athletic finisher. That's the ultimate, you know, finishing build. The meta being in, you know, paintballing, and it's just a no-brainer, you know, that teams actually use that build. And another build that's more strategic and it helps the team more, you know, it's more towards the team. The athletic rebounder, the rebounding is primary, athletic secondary. That build really helps the team, you know. Obviously with no rebounds, it's hard to win games, and that build can finish as well, you know. It's strong in the paint, so you get an all-around balanced game, and those are the archetypes that are really, you know, useful in this meta. What was fun about the whole, you know, this whole past week, we've seen a ton of different styles, you know, of basketball, and that's what really stood out to me. You know, in regular Pro-Am, everybody plays the same, and it wasn't the case with the 2K League.
The bread and butter for the Toronto Raptors Uprising was, of course, the post play. Kick it to Yusuf on the baseline low post. He holds L2, pushing folks out the way, finding opportunities, whether that meant being a magnet so that shooters can get open and finding the right teammate, or just moving the ball, creating defensive breakdowns and finding more opportunities. Both the offense and the defense looked good throughout. And this was something Yusuf said that they focused on in practice. Fortunately for the Toronto Raptors Uprising, they had the pool of death. 2 teams in their pool that made it out ended up making the finals. Consequently, the Raptors were only a few mistakes away and only a couple of points away from making it first in their pool. So what's that feeling like? You end up losing, I believe, by 2, knowing that had it been just 1 or 2 other factors different, you guys would have made it first in your pool.
We've missed a couple shots, got a bad turnover. You know, things happen just like in basketball, you know, and it happens in sports. And we were a good team. We're gonna bounce back and we're gonna have a great season.
Moving on to week 1 of the NBA 2K League season, the Raptors have it tough. They're getting no breaks. They're going up against both Dallas and Boston, who acquired both the #1 overall pick Dimes and the #2 overall pick Fab. They're optimistic about the opportunity this provides them and to take up 2 big teams and establish themselves as one of the best teams in the league. Of course, with time comes practice, and all teams around the league are improving their sets, polishing their defensive rotations, and everything that makes a good NBA 2K team. So until next week, I'll catch you guys there.